Hey guys, welcome back to Underrated. It's Sayuri, and as you guys already know, we're doing the story of our first kiss. So I'm going to tell you guys the first time my lips touched another. Mine's gonna be more like short because it wasn't like a big event or like a big thing that happened in my life. But what I'm gonna tell you is that I met him because of my best friend. We got together like days after she had her 15, and he was my first official boyfriend. Long story short, it all happened back in when I was in middle school, and he graduated from middle school and he was already in high school. He was older than me. He was my first boyfriend, first love. What else? This happened one day when we were just messaging. Back then, I didn't have a phone because my parents wouldn't let me have a phone because apparently I was so young. But I had an iPod, and on my iPod, I had Kick, and we both just like kicked each other back in the days, old school. And he was telling me about a soccer game that was gonna happen in my school, and he invited me to it, but I didn't think I was gonna go because my parents are so strict to it. They're like, oh, you can't go alone. So I told them my best friend was going, and other neighbors that were around, they were gonna go, and I was gonna go with them. So they let me go. The game was gonna start. We all started walking towards the school. I told him I was gonna meet him there, and like in this specific spot, so that he knew I was gonna be there. And yeah, I left. I was watching the game for a while. He was like getting there late. So I just waited, and I saw him from far in the gate walking, and I swear I thought he was gonna go to where like the popular kids are because he was like one of those guys that were popular, good looking, like had hella people talk to him. And I was just so insecure back then. Like I was like, oh, like why is he dating this when he could have that girl over there, or he's him looking like that with someone like me. But didn't really matter to me because at the end of the day, he said it was just because how I'm so active and nice. Alright, sorry about the interruption by my cat. What was I saying? Oh yeah, he got there, and I thought he was gonna go with the popular kids, but he came straight to me. He was like, hey, I was like, hey babe. And then he's like, hey, you want to hang out somewhere else? Like, we can go somewhere else. We don't have to watch the game. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to watch the game. He's like, okay. So he like grabbed me and stood me up. We started walking. He holds my hand, and everybody was just staring because everybody was like surprised that I was dating him or I was with him because he was, I don't know, that guy. And we were just walking, passed by like a group of girls. And then some girl was telling him, he's like, hey, like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I'm here to watch the game. He's like, I came with my girl. And then she, like, looked at me, like, and looked at him. And I was just, like, super nervous. Like, it was nervous because it was, like, the first time someone ever said, oh, my girl, or with my girlfriend, because I've never had a boyfriend before. And it was just so sweet and, like, I don't know, it just made me so happy. Then he said that I was amazing, and he held my hand, and then we just started like walking, and then we got really into deep conversations about what's gonna happen after I graduated from middle school, about like high school and everything. And he was saying that that first freaking love when you're like, well, I want the future with you and shit. But yeah. And then I wasn't allowed to date, so he was a secret. And when my parents found out about us, they completely went nuts and told me to stop being with him. So that's how we broke up. We didn't decide to break up. My parents separated us, and we never dated again. We see each other. I mean, I still talk to him. Then he took me to like this little amphitheater we have outside in the school, and we were just playing. We were just running around, going on the stairs. He was like giving me piggyback rides. He carried me. He toured me around. He was just being like a normal boyfriend. I've never had a boyfriend, so it's like the best freaking like relationship I had being myself, like happy as fuck. And then it got to the part where he's like, hey, like, come closer. And I got closer, and then he's like, he put my hair back, and he grabbed like my chin, put it up, and then he just like grabbed me, and then he grabbed my legs and then pulled me up and then carried me, and then he tore me around, and then he looked straight into my eyes. And he went for it. He kissed me, and I've never kissed anybody. And I was just like, oh my god. And then so he just like gave me a kiss. Like he just like kissed me, and then like we both closed our eyes, and then we looked away, and then I got so nervous I like covered my face. So that's it. That was the story of my very first. Alright guys, so that's it for the video. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe, and we'll be back with more videos next week, and just stay tuned, and I love you guys. Bye.